Hi guys, welcome to the September update on Merivale Road. I'm just going to show you a couple of the bits that I've been doing on the layout. So first of all, the biggest change is this section here. I've done quite a lot of work here. What I've done is I've kind of shaped the canal so it's going to curve off here. I'm just going to have like a plate on the end to stop the water leaking out. As we come along, I've added this small line-side hut here. I've made it quite dirty there. Then I've got a little man there entering the hut. Then with that came I think it was an AWS box or something like that, so I'll just put that there. And then what I've done here is I've used mix of woodland scenics, turfs and static grass. The static grass I used was by Notch. It actually included like these small stones in it, which I quite like the look of actually. If we come down to that level, see it's come out quite well. I've also ballasted the southbound line just because I wanted to see what it looked like. And what I've also done is I've used this product which I've never seen before for a certain model shop. Here it is. It's the Tidy Track painter. It's steel rail, and basically it's like a felt tip pen, and you just simply rub that along the edge of the rail, and I think it's come out really well. I used to hand paint it, which was a bit of a pain to be honest, but using this felt tip pen method saved me an awful lot of time, and I think the overall effects come out better as well, because I needed the rail here to match up with the rail over there. I still need to weather this obviously because it's still very clean, this concrete section of sleepers. So I've also started to add cable trunking, which is something I've never done before. I've simply just used matchsticks with plasticard on the top, and then I've also added wire going under the sleepers, which is quite common on the railways if you've ever noticed. I don't actually know what they're for, so if someone could let me know, that'd be great. But I'm really happy with how this section is looking. And that was one of those trees which I used on this section here, and as I said in the previous video, these were £2.80 off Amazon, and I've just added a bit of scatter on them to make them look a little bit more realistic. I'm quite happy with that. So what I'll eventually do is I'll continue this path all the way along here as well, and hopefully that should look good. One issue I was having was the join between the baseboards here. It was occurring with the locos like the Class 47, which has 6 axles, and steam locomotives. This was a bit of a pain to be honest. What would happen with the Class 47 was the bogie would lift off either at the front or the back, and it was a hassle really. But how I solved it was I've in actual fact ended up banking this line ever so slightly, So you'll see a slight kind of curve to it. So and it works. I've tested it because I intend to get a class 57 and 37, so it's no good if I can't handle the main line. But it looks really good actually. I'll just demonstrate with Tornado. It's ever so subtle. I've also ran the Pendolino over it. It isn't chipped, so I had the power off, and it looks really impressive actually with the ever so slightly tilted line. But I suppose that's what they have in the real railways, so it does kind of look realistic. So I need to carry on painting the rails up to there, and then go from there. I haven't done the other line yet because I plan to put a point motor in now. But the only problem is the baseboard underneath is obstructing it. So I haven't decided what to do just yet with that. If anyone's got any ideas, I'd really appreciate that. And then I've got the other point there. So these are both Pico turnouts now. As I said in the last update, that was something I was aiming to do, to move away from the Hornby ones. And they are so much better. I've had a play around with the sidings, and I've kind of decided on having a small TMD here. It's probably going to be just a diesel locomotive depot. I've seen a good Gauge Master one, which is quite reasonable on price, and I think I might enjoy making that. And I think that will probably go there, as well as a fueling point behind the 85. I've also had a crack at repainting the Hornby signal box some years and years and years ago, and I've tried to adopt the GWR colours that are present on the Highley station there. I'm quite happy with that. I've also put a small light in as well. It's just wired to the track at the moment, but I will add. I will get those wires to go underneath the baseboard and wire in a bus wire or something like that. I've also added drop wires into this line here. Something I haven't done to the other line just yet. The other thing I've also been doing is adding the catenary masts. I'm not quite happy with their positioning just yet. I'll bring back Tornado. If you actually look, the mast is a little bit too it's slightly off to the right, so that if you picture where the wires would be, it doesn't quite line up with the top of the train where a pantograph would be, so I need to look into that. But that's about it. It is starting to take shape. That's about it. I haven't really done that much on this end of the layouts, apart from I've had a bit of scrap wood here, so what I might do is I might start curving it and building up a slight hillside here to cover that gap up. That's probably one of my next jobs. I've also got, I think it's from the July update, the folding kind of baseboard. What I might do is I might move everything along this way, slot that in the back there so that I can have a continuous loop of trains. And what I'll do is I'll have a temporary board which runs across like so and then loops back around, so I can have a proper running session. But that's a bit far off in the future for now. I'm going to focus on this sort of section here over the next month. Please feel free to comment and subscribe. I always love to hear people's ideas and what I can do, and keep your eyes out for a running session which I'll be uploading within the coming days. Thank you very much. Goodbye for now.